Hello everybody and welcome back to yet another video in the mental health series. Today I would like to talk about mindfulness and meditation and how it changed my life. Mindfulness has become quite a buzzword in the past few years. So what exactly is it? I quote from greatergood.berkeley.edu. Mindfulness means maintaining a moment-by-moment awareness of our thoughts, feelings, bodily sensations, and surrounding environment through a gentle, nurturing lens. Mindfulness also gives acceptance, meaning that we pay attention to our thoughts and feelings without judging them, without believing, for instance, that there's a right or wrong way to feel in a given moment. When we practice mindfulness, our thoughts tune into what we're sensing in the present moment rather than rehashing the past or imagining the future. In this last part of the quote lies a big clue. As you and I are sitting here in any given moment, all sorts of thoughts are running through our heads. Did I remember to lock the front door? I wonder what we'll have to eat for dinner tomorrow. Gosh, why was so-and-so so nasty to me yesterday? I wish I hadn't lashed out in anger this morning. If only I can get through this week. You may notice that our brains are busy with one of two things. It is either occupied with the past or with the future. It is like it is completely unnatural for us to be present in this moment. When you think about it, this moment is all we will ever have. The past is gone and will never come again. The future is yet to come. The constant chatter in our heads make it very difficult to focus on what is here now, what we are feeling now, and what is happening now. Instead, our brains constantly relive the past and project the future. But it is important to understand that it is exactly that, projection. We do not remember the past perfectly, and we cannot predict the future. I'm not saying that we cannot foresee certain outcomes to our actions, and neither should we live as if tomorrow will never come. But we should try to pay a little more attention to the present moment. This is where mindfulness and meditation come in. My first encounter with meditation was a body scan that a therapist guided me through in a session where I was particularly anxious. The scan starts at your feet, and you spend a few moments checking in at each part of your body as you move upwards from your feet all the way to your head. What do you feel? Is there a pulsing sensation? Can you feel the floor or chair or your clothes on your skin? By the time you reach the top of your head, the feeling of calm that has set in by then is truly amazing. Once I had calmed down in that particular session, the therapist asked me again, "What is threatening you right now?" I thought for a beat or two and realized that if I had to answer truthfully, the answer would have to be nothing. Because in that very moment on that couch, there was nothing. And this realization saved my life. To this day, a body scan and a simple breathing meditation remain my absolute favorites. I have collected quite a few books and other resources on the topic over the past few years. My favorite books are these two. The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, and this one, Mindfulness, a Practical Guide to Finding Peace in a Frantic World by Mark Williams and Danny Penman. The latter also came with a CD of guided meditations, which I'll come back to in a moment. The Power of Now really opened my eyes to a few things. Within the first few pages, it felt like the author was writing about me in particular. On page 1, I read the following. I cannot live with myself any longer. This was the thought that kept repeating itself in my mind. Then suddenly I became aware of what a peculiar thought it was. Am I one or two? If I cannot live with myself, there must be two of me, the I and the self that I cannot live with. Maybe, I thought, only one of them is real. Remember, I said before that we are not what we think, and not even because we think. This was it. The brain's constant chatter creates a persona that isn't really who we are. And this doesn't mean that we all have split personalities. It is simply true for everybody. Minds like to prattle on and on without ever stopping, and can weave such a web of depression about the past and anxiety over the future that we can become trapped. But mindfulness teaches us that it doesn't have to be this way, at least not all the time. Meditation is a fantastic way of reaching the silence between thoughts, because in that silence we start to sense a connection with something greater than ourselves. Some people call it your soul, but it really doesn't matter what you call it. There is a part of us that is connected to the universe, to eternity, if you will. Meditation is not necessarily easy. Our minds really don't like to be quiet, and your thoughts will wander. That is what thoughts do, though. So don't be too hard on yourself, just keep trying. As you build a daily practice, you will find that it does become easier. And by easier, I don't mean that you'll all of a sudden be able to meditate for an hour at a time like some Zen master. Instead, you will start to find that the quiet moments between thoughts come a little easier and last a little longer. If you are looking for resources, because I can really recommend guided meditations to ease you into it, there are literally hundreds to choose from. There are several podcasts, and I personally like mindful.org, The New Psychology of Depression by the University of Oxford, and Mindful Meditations from the UCLA Mindful Awareness Research Center, or MARC. You'll also find countless video meditations on YouTube, and if you need text access, you can Google guided meditation text to also find meditation scripts. I've also come across guided meditations in American Sign Language by Googling guided meditation sign language. There are also excellent apps you can load onto your phone like Calm, Headspace, and Insight Timer. SoundsTrue.com is also a fantastic website with tons of resources, and you should really check them out. I think I'll make a blog post about this video so that I can link some of the podcasts and videos and so on. I will post the link in my Instagram bio, and I will let you know as soon as it is up. I will also try to add subtitles to my previous videos and load them on the blog also, so that my deaf friends can also have access to all of this content. I'm sorry that it has taken me so long to figure out the subtitles. The link to the video archive on the blog will also be posted in the bio, and I'll post here on Instagram as soon as it is ready, because I'll be traveling for a bit for the next 3 weeks. I think that's it for today. I can really go on and on about this for much longer, but I don't want this video to become too long either. So in the meantime, as always, be kind and patient with yourself, because you deserve nothing less. Take good care, my friends. Until next time, bye.